Hi, everybody. Hi, Kara.
Hello, honey.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. Hi, Devin. My computer was like totally frozen. I was like, oh, shoot, this might not happen today. All right, well, we'll let everybody kind of hop on here. It's good to see you guys. Hi, Katie.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hi, Morgan.
Hey, girl. Hey.
So I made sure to start the recording so I didn't forget like last time, but it totally records all of our right now too. So when you pass that along to your team, you can just tell them to skip the first minute or so. Hi, Jordan.
With this, I'm like not on the front screen. You are, right?
Well, I can see you.
So how do I get off?
You
like
can.
doing my shoulder stretches.
I see that. That's pretty awesome. Well, you can hit stop video down at the bottom left, but we don't care.
Can everybody see me then?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Here.
Do your stretches. It's fine.
Okay.
We'll just give everybody another minute or so. Jordan, how's the baby? Oh, I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Oh, I guess that would help. She's so big. She's pulling up and putting everything in her mouth, so she's keeping me busy, but
Aww.
she has a big personality.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is just mute everybody for just now, but then you guys, once we're kind of done and we open up for Q&A,
1:30.
you can unmute yourself. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. Okay, Devin, I think I unmuted you, right? You're good? Okay, awesome. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to hop on today. I know that middle of the day doesn't always work for everybody, so this will be recorded, and it's just kind of our way once a month to get together and just ask anything that you have going on. You can hop off if you need to, but we have a special guest today, and I'm so excited to have you on, Devin. So, Devin, I'll let you introduce yourself in a minute, but you guys, she's pretty phenomenal, and I think one of the questions we get asked most often as reps is, how do we make this sale? How do we boost our PV? I know that's one of the big components for rank advancing is we are always working on our own personal business. And Devin's been with Zaya since January. And y'all, there are a few things that you need to know about her. First of all, she's got a heart of gold. Second of all, she busts her booty. I guarantee you that she's not going to say that this was all luck. But you guys, she has sold over $30,000 herself since January. She is a new senior director and has a team of 5 people, y'all. 5 people. So what I think is most amazing about this is that not only are you boosting your PV every month, but you're instilling that culture for your team. So I would love to just kind of open this up for you, Devin. Maybe you can give us kind of some things that you have been doing that's working for you, working for your team, so that we can all learn as we go, because this is a learning experience for all of us. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to you. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you found Zaya too.
Perfect. So my name's Devin. I'm in Iowa, and it's still freezing here, actually. I wore my winter coat to school today, so I'm not super happy about that. But my upline is Morgan, and I met her when one of my coworkers had a party, and I was training for my third marathon. And I decided to just treat myself. So that's when the florals came out that week. So I got those and fell in love. And then I just stayed in contact with Morgan after the party. I'm also our high school dance team coach. So at the time I was like, I cannot add one more thing to my plate. I can't do this. But then when the season was over, I was like, okay, I'm ready. And so then I joined with Morgan, and it's just been insane ever since. I live in a town of about 6,000 people, so it's not a huge town. And I taught fitness classes, and the week that I joined, I also found out that the gym I was teaching at was closing. So I was freaking out, like, oh my gosh, my whole clientele is going to be gone now. What am I going to do? So I just set up my Facebook group, set up with, I added my friends, my family, and my first thing, I kind of had just laid out a plan for myself of, okay, I've got to get my group bigger. I'm a small town. It's not my hometown. I don't know everybody here. And so my first goal was just to grow my group, because I figure, if I can reach more people, I can reach more sales. And then my second goal was to get products in people's hands, because something brand new can be incredibly scary. And it was scary for me the first time too. So I wanted to combat that right away. So I had a month left at the gym before it was closing. So I asked Molly, who ended up signing up underneath me now, if I could set up at her gym. And she said, absolutely. So I just set up the very few things that I had so that people could touch and feel and try on. And that's really where I got my core group of people. So I didn't have much product, but I got it in people's hands as soon as I could. And that's kind of really how I started getting people in my town to love it. So from there, I just started growing my group, and I used my $200 gift card to, instead of for myself, I used it for giveaways right away, so that people would feel like they were getting a deal to start with. And then as I've grown, I've not had to do that. So I try not to do discounts as much as I possibly can. I obviously do it for special occasions, but I use that gift card right off the bat since I'd already spent the money for other people. And then I've just always written down goals for myself at the beginning of each month. And I found that if I write them down, it really holds me to them. So like, I think I have last month's written here. Now
I was going to ask you if you could share.
After last month, they kind of sound a little, okay, here were my April goals written down, right? So, and then I kept them in front of me every single day. So I'd be like, okay, here's how close I am. So my goals last month were to have 3,000 in sales. Because then I was like, oh gosh, I hit that, which is awesome. I wanted to hit junior rep because I hadn't yet. I wanted to gain a rep, and I got 3. And then I wanted to have a new person host a party that wasn't from my gym, because so far almost all my hostesses had been people from my gym. So it was like the same people each week, and they were super supportive and buying for each other, but I wanted to kind of reach out. And now, I have 3 parties this week, and I don't know a single hostess. Like, nobody that I know. So I think writing down goals and keeping them in front of my face has been a huge push for me, because I can't hide from them. If they're in front of my face, I have to keep doing steps to get there. And then the other things that I think, I have my little notebook here. So I try to remember 3 things. I'm a school teacher too. I'm a full-time teacher. And as a team, our leadership team has been reading Power of a Positive Team. And every single chapter, I'm like, oh my God, this relates to Zaya. Oh, I could do this with my Zaya team. Oh, like, it's not just for teaching. So I'm
writing this down right now.
Yeah. It's a really good book. Gosh, I had a whole list. He has other books too. There's one called Winning in the Locker Room, because he does sports books too, but I really like those. So my 3 main things, I think, that I always try to go back to for my sales are to be patient. The people who are some of my biggest customers now are the people who told me no in the beginning. They did not want to spend the money. They've never spent $50 on a sports bra. They weren't going to do it now. And now they own, I think, 4 or 5 All-Star bras. So I'm just patient with those people, and I keep putting it in front of their face. And then once they see it, feel it, love it, now they're obsessed. So not taking no as a finality, I guess. Number 2, I always try to stay positive. And that can be hard sometimes. I know sometimes I'll get a message from somebody like, oh, okay, how am I going to word this? So I take a deep breath, really think about it, and I don't I go back to that, be patient. And then how am I going to word this and spin it to a positive? So even if, like I got a message from a girl who was a hostess and she hates her joggers because she's short. And so she's like, they're just too long for me. And so I try to spin it positive. Okay, here's some ideas for what you could exchange them for. So I always try to put everything into a positive light instead of for me, oh, this sucks kind of thing. So positivity is something that I'm always trying to do. I know it's not always easy. And then my third thing is to be consistent. I'm consistent with my customers. I always try to follow up with people. I go back to parties. I keep them archived so I can go back to who bought and reach out to those customers if they didn't buy for a second time or if they didn't join my group. I just try to be consistent with my customers there. With that, I always try to remember that I am the customer service. I know sometimes people just want to post and expect to sell leggings, and it doesn't work like that. And I know we have customer service, but I'm the face of my business. So I have to remember that I am their customer service. And I almost like to think that as I'm their personal shopper for them. And if I can give them that experience, then maybe they're going to come back again. And a lot of times that is how it works for me, is they feel like I am shopping for them. I am finding them what's best for them. And that's how I've got most of mine to come back for a second or third, or some of them are getting real deep in their Zaya purchases, but it's awesome. So I try to give them an experience that they're not going to get from Nike. They're not going to get from Under Armour. So if I can give them that experience, they're going to come back again. And then some awesome advice I got from Morgan and Sarah was to give my energy to the people who are going to use it in a positive way. I am not going to waste my time on people who don't like their purchases or I give them the best experience I can, but I give my energy to those who love their Zaya and who are going to help me reach out. So that was a really big piece of advice I needed last month. I was getting a little stressed out and not sure what to do. So I reached out to them, and that was just great advice. And so I've been, it's one of my goals this month is to focus my energy where it is positive. So I do that with my sales. And then I don't post in hope. I always have a target when I'm posting for a certain thing. I try to be creative, knowing Mother's Day is coming up, or when tax day was here, or I'm a math nerd. I like Pi Day. So I did something with Pi Day that day on March 14th. So I just try to stay creative and have a purpose when I post. And that's what's helped me in my sales. So those are kind of like my main things, but if anybody has any other questions, like,
oh my gosh, you gave me goosies like so many times. I literally I was like paying attention to you. Don't worry, I'm writing down everything. So good. And I can tell your positivity. I can feel that energy, and others can too. And that's what's going to get you, all of us, through the hard times in this business, because there will be hard times. You're fairly new, but April was hard. April had some challenges, and look at what you did with your business. And I feel like the ones who, and I know we all have like our little rants and complaints, and I get that. And that's what I'm here for. You guys can always use me. But the ones who focus on the negatives all the time, that's all they're ever going to see in this business. And so I'm just super proud of you. I'm thrilled to hear all these great things. I love all of these takeaways too. And also going back to the beginning, when you were talking about getting products in people's hands, I think one of the biggest nuggets that we can all remember is that we don't have to have everything. I think a lot of new reps get nervous that, oh, we have to spend all this money and build our inventory before we can even talk about it, or before we can go out and share this brand. And you don't. Like you just said, you had a couple things at your gym and you got it. They felt it. They touched it. Maybe they tried it on. Maybe they didn't, but they loved it. And so I think that's super important to remember, that we get to earn while we learn, and we don't have to have it all or know it all at the beginning.
Exactly. I always, and I tell my down, like I only, like on new release days, I'll only buy if I've got a party to close out for myself. And then at the beginning of the month, I always budget a gift certificate for myself. And those are my giveaways. And once it's gone, it's gone. But I always budget it in so I know exactly what I've got, so that I am not spending my entire commission check and giving it to everybody else. So I always do make sure that I budget at the beginning of the month, so that if it's gone, it's gone, and I'm going to have to ride it out the rest of the month.
That's so smart. I love that. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, look, I can mute unmute all. Maybe that's what I need to do. Do you guys have questions at all for Devin? Or if you don't have questions for Devin, we can just kind of open it up for anything else.
Started when in January of this year?
Yeah, January of 19.
Oh my gosh. I think that's amazing. So last month, your goal was to hit junior rep and you're at senior director now?
Yeah.
I'm like,
It sounds, and I was not frustrated, but you see people posting like, oh, they've got a rep, they got another rep, and I was like, I don't have any reps. I've got nothing. But I kept talking to Morgan, I kept talking to Sarah, kept talking to Blair, and be patient. And I was, and then it literally all happened in 1 month.
it's amazing.
That's such a good reminder for all of us, though. I think we see that in all the groups, and it's like, so-and-so did this or accomplished this, and like, we are all in this together, and we have to remember that as the tide rises, all ships sail, and so we all get to have our time. We all get to have our moments, but we can all shine together, and I think that's awesome. So I think patience is so key to this business. Oh my gosh. And you'll find this too as you've been in it longer. People that said no to you months ago are going to come back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited so long. Like, let me try the leggings. Let me join your team. So just keep that mentality and you're going to be set.
Can I say something, Blair? So
Yes.
I got to see, I'm Morgan, by the way. I actually got to see Devin in action. I went and saw she had a pop-up at a vendor fair, and the way she is with her customers is she's very upbeat, positive. If they are, kind of like, well, I don't know if I would like that, she always directs them in a way to something that they would like. And, well, what do you like to do? She was just really attentive, positive, and made it fun. And you could just see the customers' faces like they were excited. So getting other people excited, that is what she's good at. So it was just awesome to see that. So she's awesome. She's so good. So good. So, yeah.
Okay, I have a quick question before. So do you do mostly events?
I've only done 2 events now.
So do you do like in-home events, or do you do like
everything I've done is Facebook parties so far. Okay. I did one event and it went amazing, and so we are doing another one. It was a sip-in shop at we have a brewery here. So we set up in their like event space, and so we said, husbands, go in the brewery and drink and send your wives on over to shop.
Inventory?
I just had I have a rack and I hung up my personal stuff. I didn't have anything for anybody to buy, but I had a link, and then I had a drawing there, and I sold over 1,000 in that night alone. It was crazy, but yeah, there was me, there was a Color Street girl, a Keep girl, some ladies who make some homemade stuff. But I liked that, like, very set type of vendor fair, not like a huge one where you don't know what type of customer you're going to get. This was local in my town, and they knew exactly who was going to be set up and who would be there. So I kind of liked that. And then I set up in a yoga studio a couple weeks ago, but otherwise mine have all been Facebook events. I'm super nervous for in-home. I need to do one, and that's kind of going to be on my goal list next month for the summer when I'm done teaching, but I'm really nervous about that.
I was nervous to do
you did one, right? You did one.
So I did one for my neighbor, and she's like, I work out with her every day, and she's super nice, and she was inviting her friends, and I get nervous to do them, and I'm an open person, but when it came to it, yeah, $1,000 in one night. I'm like, why am I not doing these like every single night?
Agreed. I know. I need to try it more.
Yeah.
That was amazing, but yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Okay.
I have a question. If
Jordan.
there's time. Okay,
of
so
course.
I've done a couple pop-ups before, and I always find it like awkward when I'm like, yeah, so this is all of my stuff. Like, how do you guys word that to like turn it into like, I don't have stuff for you guys to buy here, but because I always get like real awkward. You know what I'm saying?
I make it so it's like awesome. Like, oh, we are online, so you don't have to, like, I make it like it's a positive, because it is kind of, because
right. Well, it definitely is.
Yeah, be like, everything is online. I don't have to carry inventory. This is my stuff, and I get it free and half off because I'm a rep. So I like spin it like it's positive, and they're like, oh, really sweet. So like, so that's how I do it. So.
And also, Jordan, I agree with that 100%. But I also think it's good for people to see that, like, this is the stuff I wear all the time. And look, it still looks amazing. Like, it still looks like almost brand new. And so I think that's kind of a good little spin too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think about launch day yesterday? I was so excited to have some dude stuff.
Holy cow.
I still didn't get the strappy bra.
Oh, you still did it? Shoot. I should have ordered you one.
It's fine. I have the black, but I still don't have the gray, so I will wait again until the launch. How do I not have this bra?
I don't know about you guys, but like my heart was kind of racing. It was like so much stuff, and I didn't know how to post it all. And like I'm running a couple events, and I'm like I was feeling a little overwhelmed yesterday. So I love these big launch days, but I really wish that we could have just like, little bits at a time. It was like driving me crazy yesterday. I'm like, oh, I forgot this and this and this.
I was at school yesterday during launch day, and I'm an instructional coach, so I don't like have my own classroom, but there was a kid having a behavior issue. And so he was in the bathroom and refused to come out. So I sat in the hallway during launches yesterday. And I just hung out in the hallway and did my launches waiting for him to come out. And I was like, this is fine. This is my life. So I thought it was hilarious, but it was awesome. My customers loved the red ones that came out yesterday. So I have a lot of those, and I'm excited for them too.
Yes, so cute.
Crazy launch.
I have a question.
What's up?
Okay. So I've been doing this, Blair, since August, and I mean, it's been amazing. But I feel like I'm struggling, and I don't know if it's just because I don't have a lot of time right now. I don't know, but I feel like I've got my customer base, and I reach out. I've done all those reach outs, and I haven't had any bites, and I know it takes time and things like that. But I feel that I need to expand even more in different locations because I am in a small town, and I try, and I do have a team in Pittsburgh, and they're expanding like crazy. But I guess what I'm trying to ask or just advice on is like, how do I get out there more, even more so, without spreading myself too thin? Like, I'm trying to have people host parties and things like that. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and doing my reach outs, but I still feel kind of like stagnant right now. And I don't know if it's because I've been doing it for so long that I don't know. Do you have any advice?
Well, so I would say, because I know you're busy with the kiddos and stuff too, and work, how are those online events going in terms of reaching out and broadening your network that way? Is it working for you or no? Like, are you meeting people through your events who then want to host for you and introduce you to their friends and that type of thing?
So yes, at the beginning, but I feel like this month I'm kind of stuck. Like my part, and it does depend on your hostess. Like I have one that I thought would be great, and then it's dead, like crickets. And I have had a lot of those, but usually I can work my way through it and somehow get 200 somehow. But I guess right now I'm kind of stuck because I've reached out to literally everybody that has ordered, and I have, I'm always trying to contact new people and people that I'm like, that challenge was amazing because I reached out to people that I was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I really want to do this, but I did. And I didn't talk about Zaya at all. But I just feel now that I have my customers and they get what they want, and that's great. And they come to me when they want something, but I'm just trying to get more people. I have a team in my hometown that's, my town, I don't even know how many people, 6,000-7,000 people. And we're kind of overlapping now. And so I kind of feel like I want to branch out more. And like the parties that I've hosted in the past month, they have, nobody's really responding. I don't know. So I feel like stuck and I don't know what to do. Like I go to my gym, they'll pop up every month. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
What about asking your customers for a referral? Do you do that?
Yeah.
So if you reach out to like your best 20 customers and say, I'm so happy you're loving yours, maybe they don't want to join your team or anything, but they probably would love to share. At least that would be kind of a quick and easy, like, I like to reward my customers for referrals. So if they give me somebody's name and that person either orders from me or, wants more information, I'll shoot the customer a $10 gift certificate, something like that. So maybe you can just kind of start your own little like referral program.
So I tried, I put on there, 10% extra off your order if you refer someone, but I think I need to personally message that.
I think you do. I think you need to point blank say like, do you have any neighbors or your, kids on your kid's soccer team or something that you think would love it too? And maybe you can kind of get some in-home parties booked.
I know. This summer I'm going to be.
I think that will help you. Don't you girls think that who have done in-home, I think that will really help because they're going to invite their girlfriends over who will eventually, talk about it. It will spread word of mouth. I think that will be a good thing for you.
I do too. And I know that I had surgery, so I feel kind of like, about myself, like, oh, I haven't been out there, I can't go out and do that. I can't lift my steps. So, but that's why I just wanted to see what you had to say about that.
Kara, you raised your hand. What would you like to say?
Student in your class or something. So my husband is now a rep. I'm so excited. So I feel good because I'm going to use him just for his body. So it sounds terrible, but I'm not like, okay. So I'm creating an Instagram account for him. Stop it, Jordan. But I'm going to be managing it for him because he's not huge into social media and he has a very professional job and I don't want to like mess with that. But have you guys ever done a party for a guy? Like an Instagram party for a man?
No.
No, but now that we have so much awesome guy stuff, I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, so I asked this on I think it was the gals page, if anyone knows any Zaya guy reps, because it's like an untapped market. So I got 2 names of guys and unfortunately both of them only post stock photos, like only the photos from our website. And I'm like, we need guys in the clothes versus just the models from Zaya. So I messaged this huge trainer in Kansas City and he was kind of interested in repping and I was going to show him other guys' Instagram pages to like say, oh yeah, you can do this. Well, there's no examples. So I was like, well, maybe repping's not fine what you want to do right now, but he's a model. And I'm like, he goes, I could wear it in the shoot and then share it with my friends. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do an Instagram party for him with some of his guy trainers. But I didn't know if anyone's ever done a dude party.
That would be so awesome, especially for Father's Day and stuff coming up. Like, because I feel like I need to chew on this a little bit. That's awesome. That's so fun.
But I don't want to be like a girl. Like I've had the hard part with a guy rep because we didn't have much guys gear for them being like, hey girls, you want to buy some?
Sure.
So I think it's better now that we have more guys stuff that he can be like, dude, these joggers are awesome or these shorts are great for lifting or whatever. So I'm going to try to go that route a little and use, like, I don't want to impersonate Wes and be like, hey guys, you should really try these joggers. But I want to like kind of get into that market of the guys because all of our guys wear Nike and Under Armour and it's everywhere, but they don't have the Lulu. Well, they do, but I don't think Lulu's that big for guys as it is for the women. But they're still wearing activewear. They're still going to Dick's and Shields and buying all this, and they're spending a lot of money. So I'm like, I feel like we could go that route, and I didn't know if anyone had done it before. So
I'm trying to in baby steps. Also, my running partner it's like my best friend's husband, and so I've been like trying to inch stuff that way. And then he also has like a golf group every Thursday.
Yes.
So I just got him, he just got the joggers and a couple of the t-shirts and then the clubhouse shorts. And he's also a dance dad from our studio. So he wore those to our competition this last weekend. And so I was like, do I offer like a referral or something that way too? Like, hey, get some of your golf guys to order. And
yeah,
his wife and daughter love it
get
too.
some awesome reviews from him, like have him text you or whatever, give you some reviews so that you can share, because I feel like we don't have a lot of guys feedback. I know Greg can give some, but we don't have like a ton of reviews on the guys stuff. So.
Right. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is going to be fun. I've been really wanting to build a dude's line.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool. Zach did say that we are going to be launching a lot of guys stuff kind of coming up, but we're going to kind of see what sticks. So similar to the strappy bras, it sounds like we have a couple different designs coming out and they're going to see which ones are best sellers, which right now is like all of them. Yeah. So same with the guys stuff. I think they're trying to test the waters, and then whatever is a good seller, they'd like to make a staple. So hopefully we have some more shorts and stuff coming out soon too. I tried to get Greg those teal ones yesterday. He's like, those are too short. I'm not gonna wear those. So
they're short.
That wasn't happening, especially the Instagram picture where it showed like the tan line of Ashley. But the new joggers were amazing, and I'm super excited for the pants. These will be really cool. So, all right. Well, I could sit and gab with you guys all day. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, this is fun. It's like girl time. Jordan's cleaning your screen. I don't know what you're doing.
I was scrolling to see like which of my girls were on here. Brittany, do you have any questions or anything?
I don't think I have any questions. Kind of just still learning, but I wrote down a bunch of stuff that I'm excited to try.
Okay.
I want to try and talk my boyfriend into getting some stuff and modeling for me because I'm a photographer as well. So,
Yeah.
I would love to get some guy photos. That would be so much fun.
That'd be a really good idea. Yeah. Because there's a lot of those.
Yoga girl?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The photographer yoga girl?
Yeah. Yes.
I love it.
Yep. I know Jordan and I we took some photos and I want to get some more. I think it would be so much fun to like Jordan has literally everything first off. So we weren't able to take photos of everything, but I would love to dabble into that and kind of market on my photography business page about Zaya and get some guys too.
Yeah, we need more dudes. So take pictures of your men. Even
Yes.
I was like, Wes, will you put on some of my lighting tights and take a picture? That's what we need is men's tights because all the trainers wear tights, and I guess they could wear the lighting tights.
Okay, I have my girl in Canada had a guy buy the metallic lighting tights, and he messaged her and loved them.
Oh my god.
He got like an extra large, and he's like, these are amazing. These are the best leggings I've ever worn. And I was like, are you serious?
You need to film him. Get a picture.
I'll have her send a picture, but I always have guys ask for leggings. And a lot of people are like, ew, guys in leggings. And I'm like, no, guys love leggings.
Especially in yoga, so their junk doesn't fall out of their shorts.
Oh, that's a thing. I know.
That's a whole different type of class, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, my lovelies. Well, you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Did you see, I just posted it right before this meeting that Chrissy's doing another Discover Zaya. That would be fun, Discover Zaya group next Tuesday. So if you guys have potential reps that you're talking to, I always think that's a great one. Sam's are awesome, but Chrissy, and she's a woman, and she has been in the business for a long time. So I always feel like those I feel more connected to. So if you have potential reps, go ahead and send them the invite to that. But if you guys think of anything else in the meantime, don't hesitate to message, call, whatever. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.